What's up, guys? Today we want to talk about the BRRRR Method, which is the BRRRR Method in real estate, which stands for buy,
Rehab,
rent,
refi,
and then repeat.
Yep.
What that means, guys, is this. When you buy a property, you do a little renovation work, rehab work. Maybe you're buying something you have to completely gut, or maybe you're something you just need to redo the kitchen, redo the bathrooms. And what happens is you invest that money into the house, and then just a couple months later or a year later, that property is worth significantly more money. And then you take that money and you do what?
First you rent it out, and then you go to the bank and you refi that property, and then you repeat the same thing and keep doing it over. That's how you get more properties.
Now, some people will take their initial house, they'll buy it because they want to live in it, they'll do all this work to the house, then they'll refinance and pull that equity out of it and then buy their first investment property. Another way to go about it is to buy your first house, which is typically not going to be your forever house. You buy that house, then you move into another house, leaving that house to be rented out, and then that's how you start to accumulate what they call doors in the real estate market, or where you start to build real estate wealth. Now, one of the important things to notice here is you buy the house, you rehab it, you rent it out, and then when you go to refinance it, if you bought a house in the last 2 years where interest rates were what, in the mid to low twos,
threes,
high twos, what you don't need to do is you don't have to refinance the house and lose that rate. If there's enough equity in there, and you definitely want to keep that house and you're going to keep it long term, then you want to do the home equity line of credit that Neil's been talking about lately. HELOC, home equity line of credit. The reason you do that is that way you get to keep the low rate that you had in your house, so you don't have to refinance. You keep that low rate, you get a HELOC.
First mortgage, and then you have a HELOC for a second mortgage.
Which is what? A HELOC is also what? A mortgage.
A second mortgage, right? A HELOC is a mortgage. People don't realize that. They think, oh no, I have a HELOC. A HELOC is a mortgage.
Right. So when you want to become a real estate investor, the best thing you could do is buy your first house. Once you understand that process, that's when you start to buy your second house, your third house, your 10th house, and however many houses that you want to have, okay? But start with the first one, understand the process, and then you can just simply rinse and repeat and do the next one. If you have any questions about that, put those comments below. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. It helps us. And if you have anything else that you want to talk about, let us know, and we'll cover that for you next. Otherwise, have an awesome day.
Have a great weekend.